has been going over this outfield, gathering a bit of moisture. Maybe got a little dirt here. Difficult to sight. Found the right ball. It's just got less than 5 overs to go.
Wickets. It's that ball at first to go. Was the man who scored lots of runs in the first game. This was a good bouncer to dismiss Mushfiqul. Good half century from him in the last game. Leading edge. And Tommy McBall caught out on the cover boundary, trying to heave that over the bowler's head. It was Ariful Haq. Brilliant delivery. Slid on from Jivan Mendes. Got the LBW. This, Dana playing for the catch and then getting the run out.
Well done, that's good ball.
That last wicket tells you for what transpired with the whole of the Bangladesh innings. This is actually the last one to go, but just prior to that, we saw the catch being dropped and then opportunity given for a run out. So Sri Lankans are really on their feet, really alert to the situation. 120 for 7.
প্রাকৃতিকভাবে কোলেস্ট্রল মুক্ত ইফাদ সলিড গোল্ড রাইস ব্র্যান অয়েল, সচল হৃদয়, সুস্থ জীবন।
নিজের বিকাশ অ্যাকাউন্ট থাকলে কি ঘরে শান্তি আসে? দেখুন,
খালাকে টাকা পাঠিয়েছো? দুদিন থেকে বলছি খালাকে টাকা পাঠাও।
*247# send money, খালার নাম্বার, টাকা
সহজ রাস্তাতে বলতে ভুলে যাও, আমি বুঝি না।
কখন পাঠিয়েছ?
এখন বিকাশ করেছো না?
দেখলেন তো, আজই বিকাশ অ্যাকাউন্ট খুলুন।
Really have got Bangladesh by the way they've managed to play this game, asserted their authority right through the innings, right through the game as such. Bangladesh have not found a way of breaking out of this stranglehold that the Sri Lankans have had. 90 runs of 23 balls for a win. Very unlikely. Was saying these two can get a bit of batting practice, some confidence going their way. Also look to the future.
Change in the field, the man who was that extra cover into the onside, into a wicket. The 2 men in the circle in front of square on the offside. Short, could be called wide, and it is.
Yeah, I think much higher than even the tallish Mustafa Zul. Want to ramp it actually, but if you look at it square on, you will see it's pretty high up. Nisara Pereira has had a wonderful T20 series, wonderful series right the way through the test matches, the one-dayers.
Just rushed onto the manages to somehow get some bat on it and just tuck it into the onside. But you have to say, been a really comprehensive performance by Sri Lanka in these 2 T20 internationals, and by that man on screen. Wonderful job with the batting ball in the first game. Today was brilliant again with the bat. 18 quick time. Firmly struck. Straight to the man.
That must have stung. Really lashed onto it very well, young Mehdi. They did well. Sure that it didn't just spill out of his fingers. That's been the difference, just the body language of the Sri Lankans right the way through. This controlled cricket. Oh, he tried his best to really get a touch to that ball. Fortunately, just avoided it.
He's getting a little bit of extra bounce. I think maybe the surface just Slightly more slippery. It's due, but he's got a couple of the last deliveries just to kick and bounce a little bit. A conscious effort to make sure that he's not pitching that ball up, hitting hard back of a length.
Well, didn't quite time it, but it's straight enough to almost take it to the boundary. Because of that mistiming, didn't have the momentum to take the ball over the boundary. Just a couple more runs.
And last one, he pitched up a little bit more than he has. Majority of this over. His son seeing an opportunity to get some back on ball. Managing to get that over the bowler's head for a couple. The last ball is 17th.
Oh, he's gone for it straight, and this time struck a little truer and better and finds the boundary. There's something for this young man to be happy about, and it's 129 for 7.
Eggy sticks, eggy pillow. Chotto break, chotto snacks.
চলো না ঘুরে আসি অজানাতে যেখানে নদী এসে থেমে গেছে
গাজী টায়ার নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা
Series and the last match of this quite longish tour of Sri Lanka. Last ball of the last over. Struck well. Started on a ball, the one before that one, but this one straight and had that impetus to take it to boundary.
Srilanka, who bowled 5 deliveries in the innings so far, of course, because completed the injured Madhushankar's third over. Looks like he's quite handy with the ball. Seen what he can do with the bat. 2 fantastic innings in the last couple of games. Great strike rate, but didn't expect this with him with the ball.
Well, they're all full of surprises, and that's what happens. The confidence that's oozing in the team. From a senior player to a part-time bowler, it sort of gives you that little bit of extra energy to go and do well for your team. And when the opposition are under the cosh, they will energize. These players will be doing a little bit better than they would normally do. A swung around as we say that he's doing well. This is a brilliant effort in the deep. Even they're not giving him. They've won the match virtually. Still there for him.
I was just about to say that. Nicely played shot, well controlled, but look at this effort on the boundary. As you say, the game well done, well appreciated by the bowler.
Hafiz Rahman, 7 of 7. Oh, that's possibly going down the leg side. He's going to get himself a leg by. Oh, inside edge. No signal.
Little inside edge. There, see the deviation onto the back leg. So that will count as runs for Mr. Fizor.
Very well bowled. We're talking about the control that he has over his bowling. Bowls within himself, and he's very, very accurate. Gave away 3 runs in the last over, and only 3 of the first 4 balls of this one. Frail looking young man, your son. doesn't pack a punch. Lost her as such. As we say, he hits one into the deep and straight down the throat. As I mentioned, he doesn't seem to be a power hitter, and that's evidence of that again.
Well, he had to go for it. I thought he hit it quite well. Unfortunately, he's picked the man, the only man, that's back on the cover boundary. Cross seam, and not hitting it well enough in front of square to be able to get value for that shot. But you wouldn't expect much from him on debut. Mahedi Masan, 11 from 11, 132 for 8.
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সব সময় আপনার পাশে। বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক। গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা। বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ।
Abuja Chaudhary, new batsman in. There's no too much about that. Just chased the wide-ish delivery. It's 132 for 8.
গাজী টায়ার, নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা।
A ball's in. First ball, just held its line. Played all over it, did Mustafizur Rahman, and he was castled.
Wow. Mustafiz might survive. Looks like they want to check the no ball here.
Well, might is the word. I think he's all right. So Mustafiz will have to go behind the line when he lands. So it should be confirmed.
Yeah, no problems, yeah. And Mustafiz, you'll be disappointed with that. It really is just a straight ball. And playing down the wrong line, and that's the end of him. 8 for Mustafizur Rahman, 9 down now.
2 বছরের ওয়ারেন্টি যুক্ত গাজী পাম্প।
গাজী পাম্প আছে তাই আর কোনো চিন্তা নাই, স্রোতের ধারায় বইবে জীবন, পানির অপর নাম জীবন।
Going to be Nazmul Islam, and he's saying, well, I'm not going to hang about. I'm going to go after the bowling, throw caution to the wind. Just 4 more deliveries in this over, and 1 more over to go. Reason why he's in the middle is because of this. That's just a simple, straightforward delivery. He's playing down the wrong line, left that big gap between bat and pad, and that's the result. Danced forward and at the last moment managed to chop it away for a couple of runs.
That's good running. Making sure he runs hard for his runs. Abuja Chaudhary. You saw him advancing, Danushka, pushed it wide, but managed to negotiate it in the end. Down the wicket. This time he doesn't, and that will be that. Nice little celebration from Danushka Gunatilaka as he dismisses the Cobra.
Actually, he thought he had got the other Cobra, the Rajmal Islam, but it was actually Abu Jayed who got out, but look at it, just nowhere near it. That was the Yahoo of a shot, more in hope than any conviction, and the result was a simple stumping by skipper Dinesh Chandimal. Easy as they come, and that's it. That's the end of the innings, and that's the celebration. The Sri Lankan Cobra, 135 all out Bangladesh. Sri Lanka win by
ভালোবাসা প্রাইসলেস, মিউজিকটা কিন্তু ফ্রি। এখন গান শোনো কোনো ইন্টারনেট চার্জ ছাড়া। Yonder Music, download the app now.
In terms of runs, and their highest against Bangladesh, so it really has been a clinical performance tonight. It was 2 days ago as well in Dhaka, where they chased their highest ever total in T20 cricket, chased down 193, won by 6 wickets, and that man will be very, very happy with his charges. After losing 8 games on the trot, coming into the series, Sri Lanka, they won back in Dhaka, they've won today, and they certainly look like a team in T20 internationals that is very resurgent at this moment in time. Mamdullah and the Bangladesh team will have lots to discuss, lots to talk about. Been a long tour for them that started particularly well, with 3 bonus point victories back in the Rocket one-day tri-series, which also involved Zimbabwe. Went into the test matches, drew the first, lost the second in Dhaka, but unfortunately T20s have not been good for them, and they'll take some time off and sit back and discuss what they need to do to go forward. But a fantastic performance from Sri Lanka and deserved winners of the 2018 Rocket T20 International Series, 2-0. We've got Roshan Abesinghe, he's down on the boundary side, and we're going to go down and join him.
Well, indeed, no doubt, an absolutely emphatic victory by Sri Lanka, winning by 75 runs, and thus they sweep the table on the tour of Bangladesh. As we heard, they did win the triangular series, won the test series, and now they win the T20 series as well. So let me try and bring you up to date with the scorecard of the Bangladesh innings. Well, 135 is all what they got, and this is in fact first the Sri Lankan scorecard, 210 for 4. Very consistent batting down the order, starting from the openers. Kusal Mendis, a real star. Danushka Gunatilaka amongst the runs. Tisara Pereira up the order, useful runs. And of course, Dasun Shanaka, look at him, 30 off 11. Chandibal just 1 ball for 2. And well, the Bangladesh bowlers struggled a lot. 210 for 4, they were up against it. And well, it was always going to be a daunting task for them, with Sri Lanka setting them a target of 211.
Bangladesh will be disappointed the way they've lost wickets, especially the top 5. If you look at Tamim, stuck around for a while, but he also went out for 29 of 23. But it was Shumu Shaka, Mushfiqur Rahim and Mohammad Bidul who went out cheaply and gave a big hope for the Sri Lankans. Good effort from Mahmudullah, 41 of 31, but didn't really get any support from the others. In the end, only could manage 135.
Well, the Sri Lankan bowling was very efficient. Madhushanka had to leave the field, but he did get some useful wickets. Look at the rest of the bowling. Dhananjay outstanding, 1 for 20. Dasun Shanaka, 1 for 5. Amila Ponso on his debut, not a bad return at all, 1 for 31. Tamim Iqbal looked to be in fine fettle with that 6. But then Shamusaka really didn't help their cause.
Yeah, just a very wide delivery. It would have been a call wide, and so early in the innings, he picked up a 50 in the last match. So did Mushfiqur Rahim, but he went out cheaply, very quickly when he hit that one straight at mid-on. And then Mohammad Bidul also, he did pick up a boundary, but then again, leading edge, resulting in an easy catch at the mid-off. Really set the tone for Sri Lanka to tighten things up right at the top of the order. Tamim played some really good shot, very good shot. It looked to be in good touch. couple of shots down the ground and then picking up the gap, but then again too many. And the debutant picking up the wicket of Tamim Iqbal.
Amila Poncho was delighted. That was a big wicket. Mahmudullah looked to be in good touch, but then Jeevan Mendes is very good with his leg spin and googlies. And Ariful wasn't at all able to read that. Saifuddin did chance his arm. That was a big six. A few edges down to third man. They were useful runs. Mahmudullah was in spanking form. But this was very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate indeed, the run out of the captain.
Yeah, initially the catch should have been taken off foot from Saifuddin, but it mixed up and he was run out. Saifuddin now looking to play some big shots, finding the man in the lead and getting out in that fashion.
Bangladesh kept fighting, but then with wickets lost, it was always going to be very, very difficult. Mustafis was bowled. That was a quicker one by the off spinner, and this was stumped. So that was all over for Bangladesh. I like that celebration of Danushka Gunatilaka. that was a bit of a copy. Well, let's take a look at the match summary, and this is how the final game of the tour panned out. Sri Lanka made 210 for 4, and Bangladesh being dismissed for 135, losing the game by 75 runs. So as I said, it was an outstanding effort by the Sri Lankans. They'll be very pleased with their work and the way they set about, particularly after they lost those first two games in the triangular series. But Atta, let's not focus about Sri Lanka, but let's focus about Bangladesh. What do you think really went wrong with them?
Personally, I feel that they did not put up a fight in this match. That is a very disappointing thing for me, and I'm sure it'll be very disappointing for Bangladesh team. You got to go in and put up a good fight. We saw them score 193 in the first T20. They did very well with the bat, and the bowlers disappointed. Today, bowlers and the batter disappointed. So you need to rethink their strategy, and you've got to look back and find out what is the best way to go forward. They'll have a chance to settle the scores when they go to Sri Lanka to play the tri-series. But who are the ones who can go ahead and say, yes, I'm going to take the response. You have mentioned the #1 all-rounder in all three formats of the game, Shakib Al Hasan. They missed his services dearly, and I think he can make a big difference. But it's not only about one game, one person, I should say. It's about the team. It's about how you go ahead and plan yourself as a batsman and as a bowler, as a unit. So you need to do things better. But they'll be very, very disappointed with the outcome of it. But first and foremost, I should have said congratulations to Sri Lanka for winning.
Yeah, no doubt indeed. Let's not forget that Bangladesh were the favourites. They were the overwhelming favourites when the series started. But I think we can talk about it a little bit more. But first, we need to join Gautam Bhimani for the post-match presentation. Let's go across and join him.
Thank you and welcome for one final time in this international season for Bangladesh to the post-match presentation. Let me start by saying a big thank you to the crowd here in Sylhet who have always turned up in wonderful numbers, and today again they came out to support Bangladesh, who were playing their first ever international match in front of this wonderful, wonderful facility, and we hope many more matches will be played here. For this Rocket T20I series, let me start by introducing the presentation party to my left. Starting with Mr. Ghazi Ghulam Murtaza, Director, BCB and Chairman, Tournament Committee of the BCB. Mr. Shafiul Alam Chaudhry Nadal, Director, BCB and Chairman, Women's Wing of the BCB. And Mr. Mohammad Tahmid Bakht Chaudhry, First Assistant Vice President, Dutch Bangla Bank Limited. Well, it was a great fight from the Tigers, but they had to finish up second best today. Wonderful match in Dhaka, and today Sri Lanka were just too good. I'd like to invite the captain, Mahmudullah Riyad, to have a few words. Captain of Bangladesh. Mahmudullah, it's been a long season, but if you just look at today's game, you'd be disappointed, especially after winning the toss.
Obviously, I think it was a score that I feel that probably we can chase it down, but for that I think probably we needed a good start, and we were just keep losing the wickets, and we didn't get any momentum as far as our batting concerned, and probably we didn't bowl at all.
Just talk about your bowling briefly. I know you said it looked chaseable and there was a bit of dew around, but overall I think you would have wanted to keep them down to a few less than that.
Obviously, I think the wicket was quite good to bat on. I think both the innings, even when the dew came in, when we were batting, I think wicket was quite good. Spinners were bowling quite flat out there. There wasn't not much of helper for the spinners, and we should have restricted them. If we can restrict them on 80 or something, we could have. I think we could have chased it down.
Overall, starting in January, it's been some great fight from your side. Started the ODI Tri-Series brilliantly. Maybe then a few ups and downs. Looking ahead to the Tri-Series in Sri Lanka, what do you feel you need to take out? What do you feel you need to do different?
I think we need to sit together and we need to work it out how we can bowl properly in a flat wicket and how we can chase down 180 or 190. I think in T20 cricket nowadays you have to have that mind. If the wicket is good, then we need to be able to chase down 180 to 190, and the bowlers need to work it out to keep the damage as less as we can. I think we still need to work out. Hopefully we can get together and plan properly.
I know it's a team game, but you would miss someone like Shakib Al Hasan, especially in this format.
Yeah, obviously I think he's a champion player, we all know, and I think we missed him badly both with the bat and ball. So hopefully he'll be back soon, inshallah.
But nonetheless, you've entertained the crowds. Thank you for this entire international season, and we look forward to seeing you in Sri Lanka soon.
Yeah, thank you, and special congratulations to Sri Lanka team, how they played, so credit goes to them. Thank you.
Thank you. Mahmudullah Riyad, the very gracious captain of the Bangladesh team. Now we've got a couple of awards to give away. First, of course, is the Rocket Man of the Match for today's second Rocket T20 International. And once again, it was a dominant performance with the bat. Sri Lanka as a team have to mention Thisara Pereira and Dasun Shanaka, but today, once again outstanding, it was Kusal Mendes picking up the Rocket Man of the Match. The crest to be handed over by Mr. Ghazi Ghulam Murtaza, and the award of $1,000, the check in the first place to be jointly handed over by Mr. Shafiul Alam Chaudhry Nadal, Mr. Ghali Ghulam Murtaza and Mr. Mohammad Tahmeed Bak Chaudhry. Kusal Mendes picking up the Rocket Man of the Match. First the check and then the crest. I'd like to request Mr. Ghazi Ghulam Murtaza to hand the crest over. Now Kusal Mendes, wonderful performance today, but I'd like to ask him not to go too far away, because again, while there was stiff competition from his teammates, he made a total of 123 runs of 69 deliveries in the two games, and we could not look beyond him for the Rocket Man of the Series. Once again, Kusal Mendes, come and pick up your check, this time of US dollars 2,000, and there's going to be a Rocket Man of the Series crest to be handed over by Mr. Shafiul Alam Chaudhry Nadal. Proud recipient of both the checks and now the trophy. I've been joined here by the team manager, Mr. Asanka Gurusena, and I'll ask Kusal to come up and have a few words with us. Kusal, many congratulations. Let me start by taking you back to the Tri-Series, the ODI series. Only 83 runs there. You were not in great form. How did you turn things around for yourself?
මම ගොඩක් ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරා. ඉතින් මට කෝච් අය බැටිං කෝච් ස්ටාෆ් එක හැමෝම ප්ලේයර්ස් එක කැප්ටන් හැමෝම මට ගොඩක් උදව් කරා. ඉතින් මට කිව්වේ ඔයාගේ නෝමල් ගේම් එකක් ගහන්න මම කලින් මැච් එකේ වගේ. ඉතින් මට කිව්වා ඔයාට පුළුවන් විදිහට සෙල්ලම් කරන්න. මට ඉතින් ලොකු ප්‍රෙෂර් එකක් දැම්මේ නැහැ. ඉතින් මම මගේ නෝමල් ගේම් එකේ සෙල්ලම් කරා.
Now he said that even though he got only the 83 runs, that he trained very hard and he worked very hard with the coaching staff, and the coaches gave him a lot of confidence to keep playing his normal game.
Talk about today's game and generally both the T20 eyes, because you came out with a positive mindset and overall the team looked like everyone had a role to play.
ටීම් දෙකම ඉතින් හොඳ විකට් එකක්. මම හිතනවා විකට් එක අද හොඳයි, ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එක ෆාස්ට්. ඉතින් අපේ ටීම් එක ගොඩක් කතා වුණේ මුලින් බැට් කරන්න හම්බුණා ලොකු ස්කෝර් එකක් ගහනවා කියලා. ඉතින් අපි කොහමද අපේ ප්ලෑන් එක තිබ්බ විදිහට අපිට ඒ දේ කරන්න පුළුවන් වුණා. ඉතින් හොඳට බෝල් කරා බෝලර්ස්ලා. ඉතින් අපේ ඩීව් එක තිබ්බත් අපේ බෝලර්ස්ලා හොඳට බෝල් කරා. තමන්ගේ හොඳට උපරිම එෆර්ට් දාලා බෝල් කරා. ඉතින් හොඳ සීරීස් එකක් ටීම් එක වෙනුවෙන්. ඉතින් මම ගොඩක් සතුටු වෙනවා ටීම් එක වෙනුවෙන්. ඉතින් හොඳ සීරීස් එකක්. Thank you.
Yeah, actually bowlers and batsmen, they all work very hard and they all did their job according to the plan. And he is, as a personally, he's very, very happy of winning these two awards for the team, because the team performed brilliantly to win this series.
Final question, Kusal. How is Kusal Pereira going to come back into the team?
I don't know. I think කුසල I think හොඳට කලින් සීරීස් එක හොඳට සෙල්ලම් කරා. I think මම දන්නේ නැහැ කොහොමද වෙන්නේ කියලා.
He doesn't know how, but he's a good player and he played well earlier as well. So let's wait and see.
Well, the bowlers couldn't stump him. That was the first googly he was thrown at. Very well done to Kusal Mendes, the Rocket man of the match, and of course the Rocket player of the series. I'd now like to invite the victorious captain. He's been brilliant all through this winter. Can we please call upon the captain of Sri Lanka, Mr. Dinesh Chandimal, to have a few words before his team comes up and picks up the trophy for the series. Dinesh, first I want to ask you about Kusal Mendes there. Nothing seems to beat him with the bat except that last question I asked him. How does Kusal Pereira come back in?
Yeah, that is a tough call. It's tough, yeah. I didn't have any answer at the moment, so I just need to think about, and we need to discuss with the selectors and all that. So actually, he played really well. So we thought he's the one who can bat top of the order. So he got his opportunity in both hands.
Yeah, it was only a cheeky question, but you'd like to have an embarrassment of riches, to have people sitting out of that quality. Overall, again, you played well as a team, contributions up the order, and when Dinesh Chandimal only plays one ball in the series, you know they're doing well.
Yeah, that's what we want to do as a team. Yeah, it's been a really good series as a team. First of all, we lost first 2 one-days very badly. So I think that gave us a really good morale going forward, and we didn't play as a team, we played as a family. So that's the main thing, and everyone put their heart and soul during the practices and during the games also. So finally the results came us really happy.
I know in the middle of January we were all talking about what a disappointing year 2017 was. Not only a great year to start with, but now a wonderful Independence Cup to look forward to in a few days' time.
Yes, it was a tough year in the last couple of years as a team. So this is a really good start to the new year. I hope all the guys do their best going forward, and we got really good combination with the youngsters at the same time with the seniors. So we just looking to play some competitive cricket going forward, and looking forward to the Nidas Trophy.
Well, you've played well as a team. I think now you deserve to celebrate and first go and pick up that trophy and get your teammates. Very well played, Dinesh Chandimal and all of Sri Lankan team.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Many congratulations to the Sri Lankans for making a clean sweep of this season. It started with the Tri-Series, the Test Series, and now the Rocket T20 International Series, the champions, Sri Lanka. That's all from the presentation, but we leave you with these images of Dinesh Chandimal and his teammates picking up that trophy.
Well, no doubt indeed, a very satisfying moment for the Sri Lankans. As I said, didn't come here as the favourites. Bangladeshis were the favourites, the home team. But yes, they have swept the board, winning the Triangular Series, winning the Test Series, and now the T20 Series. It's been a memorable tour for Sri Lanka, and they'll take back a lot of fond memories as they leave for Sri Lanka tomorrow, preparing themselves for the next big assignment, which is, of course, the Independence Cup involving 3 teams. That is Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and India, which is also going to be a very, very interesting tournament. So, well, as you did see, it's been really, really victorious Sri Lankans, and they will remember this moment. It's a very happy moment indeed.
Yeah, they deserved it, Roshan. They thoroughly deserved it. They played better cricket. They outplayed and outclassed Bangladesh in all departments of the game, and they deserve to win the trophy. If you play that kind of cricket, if you go into that kind of momentum, you got to carry on with the momentum, and that's exactly what happened. So, congratulations to Sri Lanka.
Yeah, now Atta told me one thing. He said that Bangladesh will surely get back at the Sri Lankans. They got a chance in March to do it when the Independence Cup happens. But Atta, what should Bangladesh really do? Yes, Shakib should come back. Hopefully he will, because he should be fit by that time. But I think the mindset?
I think it's more of a mindset also, but he will make such a big difference. But the mere presence of Shakib Al Hasan in the squad will make a huge difference. People look up to him in such a big way that knowing that we have someone who can deliver the goods under pressure. But it's not about one or two players. I think it's about a team. It's the unit itself. So you got to stay very positive, and you got to take positive out of the series that they've played in the last month. The tri-series, the test matches, and also the T20s. But they're going to play the T20 tournament. So you got to think about the positives from here. And they will not against Sri Lanka, but India. So watch out for India also, because we're also India coming back with a really good form in South Africa.
No doubt indeed, as Athar Ali Khan said, Bangladesh will have to really work hard, and yes, they'll be strengthened by the fact that Shakib Al Hasan will be back, and they will surely come back very strongly. Well, Sri Lankans will be buoyant after this wonderful performance on the tour of Bangladesh, and as you heard him say, India will be a real tough opposition for both Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. Athar Ali Khan, thank you so much for your company, your thoughts. It was indeed a privilege to have you, and thanks for treating me so well. It was so nice. It was unique to celebrate our birthdays, man. I'll never forget that.
Thank you, Roshan. Thank you very much.
It was that kind of a tour. Really enjoyed everyone's company, including your company, bringing all this live action to you. We hope you enjoyed it. Well, Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh, that is the end as we close from this beautiful and the picturesque Sylhet International Stadium. Until we see you somewhere very soon, it's good night and God bless from all of us.